Mom and Dad, I'm doing fine. You guys are on my mind. You asked me what I wanted to be, and now I think the answer is plain to see. I wanna be famous. I wanna live close to the sun. Oh, pack your bags, cause I've already won.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brad Clark, and I'm here once again with my co-host. And today we're going to be talking total drama ships. Let's hope we don't start a shipping war.
I can't guarantee anything.
Who knows?
So, for all of those who don't know, or if you're tuning in for the first time, please introduce yourselves, co-hosts.
Ladies first.
Oh, I was gonna let you go first. Oh gosh, fine. Hi, I'm Sky. I don't know what else to say. That's my intro. That works.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Darion. I'm glad to be here for being Brad's co-host again, and I think this episode/topic is gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
Yes. And so today, main topic discussion again is ships. So let us begin. First, we're going to start off with canon ships, and then we'll get to the weird, wacky fanon ships, discussing whatever. So let's start off in the beginning. In the beginning was Total Drama Season 1, and we have three ships that came out of this: Owen and Izzy, Duncan and Courtney, and Gwen and Trent. What's your thoughts on it?
Lindsay x Tyler as well.
And then Bridget and Jeff. So yeah, we had like 5.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And Lashana and Harold. That was a thing too.
I don't get why
if
people
you counted
ship
it, yeah.
I mean, they made out. I think that's a ship.
True.
But what's your favorite ship from this season?
Gwen and Trent.
Yeah, honestly, I prefer Gwen and Trent over all the other Gwen x whoever ships.
Yeah,
honestly, same.
That's the good stuff right there.
In my opinion, season 1, Gwen and Trent was the best couple out of everyone there. And then someone Heather had to ruin it at one point.
Ooh.
But I thought you loved Heather.
I do.
Yeah, just roast your own favorite character.
No, see, this is when I didn't like her. I didn't like her. So when I found out, when I saw her do that to Gwen, I was mad.
Oh yeah, I think we were all over. But I did like this ship because what can I can kind of appreciate about it is although they're opposites sort of, but they're not quite that opposite when you really think about it.
They're similar but have differences.
Exactly.
And it's almost like reality, and that's what made it so relatable.
It was natural and didn't feel overly forced.
Well, speaking of forcing, we also have Duncan and Courtney in this one.
See, I actually kind of like Duncan and Courtney.
I don't think that was forced. To be honest, I think.
Well, I meant the other stuff she did in the relationship.
Oh yeah, true.
Courtney was pretty forceful at times, and especially when we get to Total Drama Action, she was pretty forceful. But in Total Drama Island, she wasn't that forceful. In her,
she wasn't that bad. Yeah, she wasn't that bad.
But in action, she was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean I did like this ship. This one I was kind of expecting when I was a kid.
Action destroyed ships.
See, that's the typical bad boy, good girl relationship.
My teacher says it's always true, that type of relationship. I don't know how true that is, but okay.
I wish I could offer insight on that, but I really can't because I've never been with a quote unquote bad boy type. So
well, I haven't been with a bad girl in my case.
Ooh.
Well, also this is also one of the ships that started the wacky ships. There's one ship that's even today some fans ship, which is Noah and Cody. And this is Gay Pride Month, so let's discuss that.
True.
What's your thoughts on this?
It's Pride Month, sisters. Come on. It's the season to be gay.
Or in my case, asexual. But we don't need to.
Exactly.
Right?
No, if they actually did do Noah and Cody, it would be cute. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I kind of like
that ship.
Moment. It was hilarious.
I mean, as a kid, I thought it was a joke, but now looking back on it,
although to be honest, I think I shipped Noah x Owen more than Noah and Cody.
Oh yeah,
Noah and Owen would be pretty cute.
Yeah.
And this is where the dark hole goes.
Sometimes you just gotta be like Owen and squeeze your Noah.
Oop. I guess Noah wanted Cody's tiny sausage.
God damn it. No, and The one that seemed the most realistic in this one, other than Gwen and Gwen X Trent X. Okay, no, not the triangle this time. But the Lindsay and Tyler one, that one's so true. I always see this in high school.
No, not no. Tyler and Lindsay, that was definitely pretty realistic. Like the really hot girl and like the jock, like that was
Yep.
Except Tyler's a lovable jock, whereas the ones in high schools are not so much.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
now we got to do Bridget and Jeff.
oh god.
That one seemed okay before
It
they
got my
started
nose.
making out nonstop in action. That one actually seemed really good.
Like, I mean, at first when they were like starting to like each other and they weren't doing the whole making out thing, I'm like, okay.
This
is
was
kinda
cute.
cool.
It was
But then,
cute.
like, when they started like constantly making out for no reason, I'm like, get out of my face.
Well, hey, they made a joke about it, so it was actually kind of comical. But
Oh,
thank God they redeemed Jeff and Redonkulous Race for that, because that really drove a lot of people up the wall, including myself.
I was laughing nonstop at their constant making out, but that's just me.
But hey, we all know that one couple, or we might know that one couple. I don't know. Or wait, what the heck? We all know that one couple that just can't stop either sucking face or being together.
We
You have to
really
keep it
do.
real.
There's kids at my school that are like that, and it gets annoying at times. But like, I'm just like, literally, like my sophomore year of high school, everywhere me and my friends were, there was this one couple like making out. Like,
Oh my gosh.
like literally, like we're going to the bus. Like I see them like they're like right next to me making out. I'm in the hallway. They're right there making out. I'm like, do you have anything better to do?
I mean,
It
they
was
do.
It was always when I was around. Like wherever I was at, they were right there. I'm like, are you guys trying to spite me?
Luckily, my school is too tiny for that, so there's not much of that goes on.
No,
Okay.
my college campus, but in high school, oh god, it's
Oh,
even
God.
more cringy. But let's get to action. This is where we start to notice a few issues, not with the somewhat with the show
All
with the ships.
go downhill, to be honest.
And
What-
Ozzy, look, Owen and Izzy, that's my opinion.
Oh
on
yeah, that one just doesn't really. I mean, it's still there, but like not as much as like the one moment in TDI where they're like, "Hey, let's go make out in this bush."
Oh my
Hey.
god, yeah. No,
I
but
couldn't
didn't they make out in that challenge when they had to scream?
Did they?
Yes, the
Because
horror
remember,
episode in action. Yes.
Duncan and Heather kissed in that same episode. I remember that.
Oh yeah. I don't get why. I mean, I could kind of get why Duncan and Heather are ships because they're both evil people, but no. But yeah, this is where we kind of get into real gritty territory, which what happened with Gwen and Trent,
No.
and Duncan
I
and
don't want
Courtney.
to talk. I don't want to talk about those ones. I'm gonna go cry.
It's really sad that what they had to do. Apparently, the original idea is to keep all the two of them together. Well, the two ships together, but the show's creator said otherwise. And what Trent did was, I mean, I could kind of get from a certain perspective jealousy. Like when I noticed, it was when the moment he spilled the salt, that's when it started going downhill. He was jealous, but not quite. But once that salt spilled, it started off a long.
In my opinion, they definitely could have wrote Gwen and Trent's like whole thing in action better. In my opinion, like they was like, okay, yeah, let's let them face on opposite team, and then I guess they were like, yeah, Trent trying to throw challenges so Gwen could win is like kind of sweet or whatever. But I feel like they could have did it better. In my opinion,
I feel like, I mean, I definitely do get it. But it was a little bit ridiculous.
like that number 9 thing got on my nerves. That's the thing that got on my nerves. But like, there's a reason behind it because apparently his grandpa or whatever. So
Grandfather.
yeah, there was like some sort of reason behind that number 9 thing. I
was
just
like
didn't personally think it was needed.
Yeah, I mean, it's meant to show sympathy for him, and that's never happened with me yet, where I've had to deal with something that's traumatic with the 9 thing. But it's just like, what the hell are you doing? That's not gonna make me sympathize with your character. Your character did some weird, really wacky, creepy, disturbing shit.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, let's say they were. Before the breakup, let's say they actually went to counseling. Probably what would have happened is they would have been told to calm down, and he would have to reveal some stuff.
Right.
And that's how it could have been fixed in real life. But what happened, and it's unfortunate for them. and for us
It's
fans.
unfortunate for me,
Yes, you too.
especially me.
But also, this is where Courtney and Duncan started going downhill. We got the hints of Gwen and Duncan, which is an absolutely disturbing ship. I mean, I ship
Gwen
it,
and Duncan aren't that
but not
bad.
through the way, but not the way it occurred.
I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, I mean, I understand it's like the whole bad boy, bad-ish girl kind of thing finally happening, but I don't think it should have happened the way it did.
The way it happened is the bad thing, but I'm not against it happening.
And I'm not against it either.
I'm not against Gwen and Duncan happening. I'm against how it happened. I'm against how him and Courtney broke up. If that was written better and didn't make him look like a jerk or something, basically for him cheating on Courtney to date Gwen, I would have been like perfectly fine with that. Like, I like Duncan and Gwen together, but like how they written the breakup between him and Courtney is what I did not like. We got to roll. But I'll talk
absolutely.
more about that when we get to
Yeah, and was there any other ships that occurred in this? Not really. And Beth and
Beth and
Brady.
her boyfriend.
Beth
Air
and-
quotes.
I did that little Beth and Harold thing because Beth liked Harold or something at one point.
Did she? I didn't.
She
she-
did. Like, she liked Harold at one point. It was like, I think it was the episode in which she got eliminated. It was like the astronaut episode.
Yes. Yeah, I think I might know why. Because Napoleon Dynamite, those two characters are kind of based off that. The two characters. And they,
I mean, I could kind of see it because they're both kind of like geeky and outcastish kind of way.
Yeah.
In their nerdish appearance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see it in that sense, but
Beth
Now-
and Brady. Like, I wish we could have saw more of Beth and Brady, to be honest.
right?
Like,
I
all
think
we
it was
really saw, most of it was just her talking about her quote unquote boyfriend, and everyone was saying, like, girl, you don't have a boyfriend, like, your boyfriend's fake or whatever. So,
yeah, I
and then
thought it
we
was
see him in the
funny.
finale.
it
And
just
then he
comes
shows
across
up.
as cringy.
Yeah, and then he comes out in the finale.
I mean, yeah. I mean, now I realize that my OC's kind of like that when I roleplay as her. That
Mhm.
at least she doesn't get obnoxious about it. Okay, maybe a little, but she can actually back it up.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get to action. Not action. World tour.
Can
This
we first talk about Alla Heather? We have to.
absolutely.
Oh gosh.
All right, this is what I have to say about Alla Heather. First of all, this is my favorite ship of all time.
I'm glad it
Total.
happened, to be honest.
I'm glad it happened to. Literally, you could tell they were made for each other. Alejandro's literally the female counterpart of Heather. Like,
The male counterpart of Heather, you mean?
oh, wait, what did I say? Female?
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
You're
Let's
just
hope
so
we can-
passionate about this ship.
Yes, I am. That I'm making Heather a lesbian.
I mean, there are people that do ship Heather and Gwen and other characters. I'm like, no.
I know.
Maybe not
But,
Heather Gwen.
But like, no, but Heather and Alejandro, like, they were made for each other. Literally, Heather, like, was so manipulative and like all of that in season 1. Well, she kind of still was in season 2 and 3 or whatever. But she was very manipulative in season 1. And Alejandro, he was like manipulative, and they both wanted to win or whatever. And then their little rivalry was great. Like, you could just tell that those two were gonna end up together. I just hated how she did my boy at the finale, but I would have done the same thing for him. But like, if I was in the same situation as Heather and Alejandro in the finale, I would have kicked them in the nuts, to be honest.
I mean, anyone with a brain. I mean, anyone with some sanity would probably might have done that. Lashana, maybe DJ. Any one of them probably would have hurt him that bad. Well, maybe not.
Lashana definitely would have. Like if she didn't get eliminated and she found out how he was, she would have definitely did something.
I like how Courtney tried to take advantage of it, yet she was being played too.
Oh yeah, like Courtney tried to
you're
she tried to do
sorry.
that whole thing with Alejandro, but like Alejandro was trying to use her to throw her off of her game just so he can get her eliminated. Like, oh, he's such a great character.
And this is one of the main topics we need to discuss is the love triangle, love square situation. This is when it starts to. This is the peak of it. Looking back on it, I kind of recognize similar details in real life, like Matthew Santoro and what's going on with the pro Jared, Heidi, Holly situation. Although it's a little different. Courtney was kind of abusive to Duncan, like Nicole Arbor was to Matt Matthew.
He was very controlling. And I mean, at some points he liked that, but in some cases it got to be like too much to the point where she wanted to change everything about him.
Exactly. Like
And in
I
a
remember.
relationship, that's not okay.
Yeah, I remember
Absolutely
like
not.
in action, she made that like long. Didn't she make that huge list of what needed to
That
change?
was in World Tour, I thought.
No, that
No.
was the legal. Well, they
What did she
referenced the
do?
list.
What did she have in the final four of action? Because she had some stack of papers.
Oh my god.
That was action. That was her contract agreement, quote unquote, with Duncan.
Oh, that was her contract agreement. Oh, and then in World Tour, she talked about the list.
Yep.
Okay, I knew she
Yeah.
had some action.
That's just not okay though. Like,
That's literally very unhealthy. If you have
Yeah.
to do that in a relationship, you shouldn't be in one.
right? I 100% agree.
If you're in that relationship, get help, please.
Like that's literally not okay. Like you're trying to change literally everything about him. Like I guess I understand there may be some stuff that you don't agree about the boy, but I'm like, why would you like make a whole list of things that need to change, and why would you like literally do a contract for him to agree with it?
Yeah, I didn't understand the obsession over the legal stuff with it.
I know.
And what happened, Duncan having an affair, although it's not, I call it an affair, even though they're not married. It's similar to kind of what Pro Jared did with Holly, and there's actually kind of a real life example of this that I know that happened to similar. The girlfriend was abusive, so the guy had to lie and cheat on his girlfriend, and he regretted it, obviously, like Duncan, but. It's just like they should have rewritten that completely different and not
That's
made
what I'm saying.
everyone an asshole.
Honestly, he should have just had Duncan be like, "Okay, I'm breaking up with you."
Exactly, and then go to Gwen.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then make out with Gwen in the confessional.
Exactly,
God.
because like no, he was technically still with Courtney when he made out with Gwen in the confessional, meaning he did cheat, which is not okay.
But who even knows what happened in that relationship, whether polygamy or monogamy was occurring. I think it was monogamy. But that's a complicated detail I just gave up. But what he did was wrong. And so what I decided to do when I'm making my OCs, I want to make a similar situation where the guy does the right thing.
Exactly. But see, yeah, like I agree. Like Duncan definitely should have he should have broken up with Courtney before doing all that stuff with Gwen. Maybe Courtney probably still would have been upset because she would have been like, "Oh wow, like my boyfriend broke up with me for my best friend." She still would have been upset. She still would have been like all crazy and trying to get Gwen eliminated. But definitely all of that tension would at least have been a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know.
But,
what else is there? What else is there?
I think
Cody
yeah.
and Sierra.
Oh
Oh, yeah,
god,
Cody and
that
Sierra,
that
you
was
gotta talk about
creepy. That's like it's like Fatal Attraction or Future
It was
Diaries.
like it was
creepy.
such a one-sided attraction. Like literally, Sierra's like. See, I do gotta give her this. She did keep the boy to the final three. Like she did help him make it to the final three. But see, people like hate Cody in World Tour because it was like, oh, he made it to the final three because she literally kept him in the game, like physically and mentally, mainly physically.
Well, in a certain point of view, she had a sick whatever about him.
In her point of view, they were married. Like
that's not how that works. Even with, I think you have to be. That's I don't know that whole detail.
She
Might be different.
literally just because he had to use the bathroom and said I do. She's like, oh my god, we're married. Like,
Oh yeah, that episode.
yeah, like she was like, you do, you really, really do. And then like I'm just like, what the heck?
Sounds like a sadist torture when you really think about it.
Like if I could do that with people, I would be married so quick.
Oh,
Like
God.
I'll just ask Sky, does she have to use the bathroom? And she says I do, and I'm like, great, we're married.
Oh, flip.
Yeah, this season was probably not the best for ships. I mean, it's best for Alejandro and Heather, but everyone
Best ship
else,
of the
no.
whole.
Oh yeah, because apparently Lindsay and Tyler break up that season.
No, it was that whole situation will be in All Stars, but we'll get to that.
They
Okay.
broke up off screen. I kind of wish we got to see it though.
Yeah,
To me, it never happened.
yeah, same. If it's not on screen, like it didn't happen.
Total Drama Noah says it happened because the show's creator said so. No, the studio has
I-
final say. That's how
It's
how
like,
the industry works.
If the audience doesn't see it, then it didn't happen.
Unless
right?
you do like a prequel manga, novel, comic book,
Unless-
whatever.
Unless you watch an episode and like it's like hinted that they broke up. Like we don't have to see the breakup scene, but if like Lindsay's like, oh yeah, me and Tyler aren't together anymore. If Tyler was like, oh yeah, me and Lindsay aren't together anymore, then it'd be like, okay, yeah, it's official, they broke up.
Yeah,
But there was none of that. So
It never happened.
So technically, Lila is still alive.
you heard it here, fans. Liler's technically alive.
If we're being technical,
Yes, of course.
so
But so
anything about World Tour?
great season.
Great season, great finale, great ship of the finale. Like everything was perfect.
Well, almost everything.
not when
Not the whole love triangle.
Not
But hey,
that-
they kind of redeemed Trent in this.
About Heather and Alejandro, that was perfect.
Yes.
that was
Agreed.
that was like the only good ship from that season.
And it was the best final two the show could ever make. Sorry,
Yeah.
not sorry.
Harold and Lashana, I don't ship it.
Just
Yeah.
because they kissed once, I don't ship it either. It was kind like I felt like it was one sided, but then Lashana like revealed that she liked Harold in season 2.
Well, it's kind of weird what happened. Apparently, well, it's kind of a gray situation, that relationship, because there was a video of
Mhm.
I think of a post credit scene in one of the episodes that showed Lindsay. It showed Harold laying his head on Lashana's thighs, like as if they're because they were at a beach.
I mean,
I
So-
don't remember that. What season was that?
That
I
was
kinda-
World Tour.
Really?
I kind of
Oh.
like the contrast of their relationship. I kind of like that they didn't make sense and it just worked.
There's some strange ships that are like that in real life.
there are
Yeah,
some
exactly.
to
It's
be
like
honest,
the-
like they're like so LaShawn and Harold was like the geeky nerd type of boy, and then like the loud and ghetto type of girl, and like there's like stuff like that in real life. Like I've seen stuff like that at school, which is weird. Like I don't expect it, but I'm like, oh,
You don't expect it, but like the difference between it, like the two people, like makes it a lot more interesting.
But see, they say opposites attract.
I don't know.
Yes
if you
and
can call it
no.
opposite. I don't know if you can entirely call that situation opposite though, because it's not like they're opposites of each other. It's just that they have like.
If we're like maybe like a shy, reserved artist nerd, okay, maybe I might be describing my OCs and a dangerous crazy ghetto thug,
Mm-hmm.
then that would be an example. I mean, yes and no. There's some areas where it's I don't know. But yeah, let's go to Revenge of the Island, my third favorite season.
Mike and Zoe.
Yes!
I ship it.
Mike and Zoe. Okay, I love Mike and Zoe. It's just when we get to All Stars, I love Mike and Zoe, but then I didn't love them that much to see them that much on screen. But I'll get to that when we get to All Stars. But
They also skips. It's Dot, Scott, and Don. No.
No,
but that's not
No, that's a
canon.
fanon. That's a fan.
Yeah, that's a fanon one. That's not canon. But
Yeah.
like
Just because of
speaking
one
fanon,
dialogue.
there's in this fanfic I've been reading, it was like a rewritten version of All Stars. They're shipping Cameron and Dawn, so I'm like, wow.
What the? That's a new one.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that conversation.
That one's new.
Yeah, I'm reading it and it's really good. They wrote they're writing All Stars so much better. I forgot who was first boot, but I forgot who it was. I think first boot was someone on the Heroes team. I
Mhm.
forgot. I literally forgot. But I know that Heather got out super early. She got third boot or something. I'm like, bruh.
What?
I mean, that's what she got in All Stars. That's about the spot that she got in All Stars, though.
Yeah,
Well,
but I mean, it's understandable.
you would have to
She
link us
did
to
make-
ship.
She did make Final 3 twice, so I'm just like, okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just I mean, I definitely can see from the Mike and Zoe ship, it's basically the Mitsuha and Taki of Total Drama. Your name reference, if you have seen that movie, it's an incredibly beautiful movie.
I have not seen it.
It's amazing. It's the OTP of any fiction of all time. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm a pretty firm Mike and Zoe shipper.
Yeah, like Mike and Zoe was actually really cute.
It was. It made me so happy. Oh my gosh.
And then like when he eventually told her he had multiple personalities, yeah.
I was waiting for them to kiss for like the longest time.
We didn't get that. We didn't get that till All Stars, right?
Yeah, we didn't get it till the finale.
Well, there might have been an off-screen kiss, but I can't really say.
No, like I think in the first episode of All Stars, he got a kiss on the cheek. That was about it.
Yes.
Him being booed.
Cause
Yeah.
he kissed on the cheek, and then after that, he like fell off the cliff with Gwen.
Yep.
I think.
Yes. Don't ship that, please. Don't ship Mike and Gwen. That will never happen.
They said Gwen and Cameron. Like I'm
Yes!
that.
I don't know why. That does not make sense.
That's still like I'm still confused about
No,
why they
you
said
wanna
Gwen
know
and Cameron.
Okay, now we're on the All-Star section.
Okay, you want me to go through why? Because I secretly ship Gwen and Cameron, but I'm not gonna force people to like believe it. But I can tell you why I ship that ship.
Explain.
So, throughout All Stars, they start off on opposite teams and stuff. And
Right.
when Cameron gets switched over to the villains team,
Mm-hmm.
him and Gwen get closer as like a friend and stuff. And then the two just like gradually get closer in general. Maybe not to the point of like full on ship mode yet at this point, but like the kiss on the cheek in the finale like kind of was like, ooh, that makes me ship it kind of thing. So that's
Yeah,
why
I'm like, cause you don't see Gwen do that. Like you don't.
I also appreciated it how they got rid of Gwen and Duncan. Finally, they got rid of that toxic
They
fucking
could have
shit.
did that a whole lot better. I'm still mad about it. They could have did the breakup. Like they always got to do Duncan's breakups badly.
I mean,
It was a
Duncan-
toxic ship form of
Duncan-
it was a toxic relationship form a toxic environment.
It was toxic at like in All Stars. It was toxic. It wasn't toxic in World Tour.
No, it was
The situation that occurred was pretty horrible.
But see, that's Duncan's fault. It wasn't Gwen's fault. It was Duncan's fault because he knew he was still dating Courtney and he started the kiss.
Yes, unfortunately.
It wasn't Gwen's fault. So if Courtney was gonna like do something, my opinion, she should have like went off on Duncan. But of course, oh hey, my best friend like basically betrayed me as dating my boyfriend. So like, yeah, might as well get you eliminated too.
I mean,
Yeah, because they're gonna take out the anger on both of them. That's pretty typical with females, to be honest. They're not gonna like try and see the whole situation. Like they're not gonna be like, "Oh, you kissed her first, so I'm gonna
She
blame
didn't
that."
even get her revenge on Duncan technically, because like he lasted longer than her. By
unless you're pro Jared. Okay, that was a joke.
Like,
but I kind of like the Scott and Courtney situation. I mean, it wasn't.
I liked it. It wasn't that bad. Oh, we forgot Sam and Dakota for season.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that ship personally.
I don't understand why she had to get turned into like a mutant thing, but
She got turned into the Incredible Hulk, but worse. Sadly.
see, had she not been like turned into a mutant, I think that ship could have been made better.
It could have
Yes.
I think it could have become really cute because it's like this it's this game guy who's like stuck on his games all the time and like kind of appears to be like too shy to talk to any females.
been.
And it's
Hey,
this-
that sounds a lot like me. Minus the gaming
talking
part.
to one right now. And then this girl that's like insecure about herself, but like when she and Sam were talking, like you could see that there was like a thing starting between them, and it was actually like getting really cute.
Yeah.
Until they decided to throw in Dakota Zoid.
But
Okay.
it's a good thing to see that Courtney moved on. But even though Muddy Sunday happened, and it made me want to shoot the
I was actually
episode.
rooting for Courtney to make finale. They did not.
That should have happened.
I was actually rooting for her to make finale for once.
And Lindsay
'Cause
Liler's
think
did
about
not
it,
happen.
all the main Gen 1 characters have like made finale besides Courtney.
Yes, of course.
Like Owen, Gwen, Heather, Duncan. Like, where's Courtney at though?
I mean, you could count her as being the final
Close.
three.
She's gotten close.
They
But
should just have a win.
She didn't even make the final three. She went in the limousine first, so she got fourth place.
Yeah,
She
next
got
up.
fourth because Owen went in after, so he got third.
What do you? I thought Owen was not really technically a competitor. He was more helping Chris.
Yeah.
True. He was helping Chris, but like he didn't
He can't
like get back
create
in the game.
drama.
He was
Owen
being
can't.
messy.
But yeah. Now we go into the worst season of the series.
Oh, gosh.
Oh
Tail
God!
Island.
Isn't that Sky and Dave?
Yes, I ship it.
Yes! I'm so
I'm
glad
sorry.
someone-
I'm sorry, but the best ship out of that season is Sean and Jasmine.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
that one is pretty decent.
It's really good, but I
Don't
Scave.
had they not ruined Scave.
They
That one
Chris
was a good
McLean ruined it. Let's just say.
Chris
Oh,
McLean
yeah,
is such a messy host. He did not have to do that. He played
Well-
on like audition tape or something, right?
Yes, he did. I
That's
mean,
tough.
yeah, it's I can kind of get it where Dave's coming from, but how everybody did was not that right.
Like,
I mean,
in the
I get
fin-
it. First love, cool. I
In
don't
the
give a shit.
finale of Pockettail Island, he went all crazy. I was like, bro.
I mean, he
Bruh.
went crazy like the episode he got eliminated in. So,
It should have been Sky that got eliminated, according to some.
ooh, I don't know if I agree with that, but I feel bad that he like
She-
voted himself out because of that. And then
Well,
she
she-
tried to see him and then she tried to run over to see him afterwards and was too late, and that made me feel even worse. Like that's how you ruin a ship right there.
Yes,
It made me
it
mad.
is. And it just. I really wish that ship worked out. I think it was supposed to be an antithesis to Mike and Zoe, and everyone complained about it. So I think they decided to do it to say, okay, we'll give you what you want, and it was not that good of a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine and Sean, I mean, it's a good ship. It's decent.
It was
I
kind
mean,
of cute.
It
I
was
think I see
really
it.
cute. I
Can
like
we all-
Dave's statement about it though.
Ella and Dave should not be a ship.
I
I
agree.
was just about to say, like, oh my God.
That should not exist. No. Mm-mm.
Scarlet
Wait,
and Max
oh.
should not exist as a ship.
I forgot about Scarlet and Max.
I actually kind of ship Scarlet and Max, but
I don't.
Oh, what about Rodney X Every Girl?
Best ship ever.
Exactly.
It's actually as good as Suhao in every single Mortal Kombat game.
I ship
Right.
Rodney and Sugar.
Yeah.
Or
I did not like-
Leonard with anyone.
I hated Sugar with passion.
So do I. And everyone hates Honey Boo Boo, I think, with a passion.
She's literally like the worst villain they had on that show.
Ironic. Wait, seriously, or just like in a joking way?
I just didn't really like her as a villain. Well, I didn't really like Mal either. So
Hey, Mal's a lot cooler because he had. Oh wait, I take that back. Mal could have been cool.
Mal could have been better if they had more episodes. They could have developed Mal and Mike better.
I mean, he
13
was was foreshadowed in the last. I think it was foreshadowed in Mike's elimination episode in the background.
Yeah, he
It
showed
was.
up for like a brief moment in like.
I
a
didn't
little
know
flash.
that until fairly recently.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
feel
notice
like-
that until after I watched all. Like when someone made a video about it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I
caught
remember
it.
that.
The first time I had watched it, I'm like, what was that? Like, so I went back to see if I had like seen things properly, and I see this thing flash again. I'm like, what
I
is?
also caught the Slender Man reference.
Like I'm just like, oh my God.
Oof.
Yeah. So now we go into our redonkulous race, and
God.
here we have
Emma.
multiple ships.
Nema!
Carrie and Devin,
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Carrie and Devon's also Mitsu and
MacArthur and
Taki.
Brody.
Brody and Jeff.
Bro Carther.
Brody and
God, no.
MacArthur.
I don't
Oh,
ship
yes.
it.
I ship Brody and MacArthur.
I ship it ironically then.
Do y'all ship Jock and Jose?
No.
I ship
Usually
it.
I thought Jock was gay. Not gonna lie, isn't he confirmed to be gay?
I think usually ice dancers I thought are gay typically, unless I'm wrong.
I could see him being gay. I could see
It was
that.
either,
Gay
no,
for
I
himself.
think isn't the fashion blogger Tom confirmed to be gay? Because isn't he based off of Tom McGillis, who's gay?
Yes, he is.
I could see Tom being gay as well.
Because I think Tom McGillis, the creator's actual, so I think they based him off of Tom. They based
Well-
Tom off of him.
Well, the creator said it himself, so there's that.
True. So Tom, the character must be gay then.
Yeah. And Nema, I don't know. It was an antithesis to what happened with Scave.
I don't think so.
Someone pointed out there was an antithesis to Scave, whereas like it wasn't as brutal or as nightmarish as that whole
But like,
situation.
was it? correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't seen RR in forever, but like didn't like weren't like wasn't Emma just like focused on winning the competition, right?
Quote
I
unquote.
mean, both were initially.
Like wasn't
then-
Sky like that? Like wasn't Sky like that too in Pocket Tale? She was just focused on winning the game or something like that.
I have a backstory behind that, but yes.
Mm.
Or at least my own. In my universe, there's a reason why.
I mean,
But-
I don't think she ever lost sight of winning because she was like, if you get in the way of this, I'm not dating you, kind of thing. Which I'm like, I don't think that's actually what's gonna happen.
But I know
See,
people who are like that. Even I'm like that to a certain extent.
But see, I can be like that too.
But with
like, when I'm really
school.
focused on something, I'll try like not to like I love like making like relationships with people, but sometimes when I'm like really trying to like do something, I'll be like, hey, like don't distract me or something.
right?
Like even like you guys like knew that from like beginning of like when Bog first started, like I was like more focused on winning than doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So like I kind of see where those characters are coming from because like I've done that too.
Yes. Nema was interesting ship, not my favorite, although it was. Although if I had
wasn't
to
my
choose that and
favorite.
Cody, I would say Ty.
I
My-
ship Kitty and Owen.
Oh god,
Oh,
no.
that was kind of
Oh gosh, yes.
my favorite RR ship. My favorite RR ship was not MacArthur and Brody, Carrie and Devin because
Yes.
Oh
it
yeah,
was very cute.
good too.
Well, they were destined to be together ever since the playground days, I would say.
True.
It was only a matter of time until Devin saw that.
Yeah.
It almost
long
reminds me
enough.
of dating quotes. It says, "Don't go." It's here. Take this for what how you guys, for the audience and for you guys, as whatever it's, however you see it's worth. It's kind of like, don't go searching for love. Stop and it'll find you. In this case, Devin kind of stopped. They both did, and it found them.
I mean, Carrie actually like gave up on it. That's,
Didn't
like,
Devin
kind-
did too?
No, he didn't really ever give up because he was with Shelly, and then he had like his breakup time period was where he was like depressed, angry, kind of all over the place,
The phases of depression.
phases of grief, yeah. And then
They forgot a bunch of. They forgot one more stage.
and
they
then after he went through them, he was like, there was like this brief period where he didn't know. And then he finally was like, oh wow, I just realized I love Carrie. I actually love her and I want to tell her. And then it took him forever to finally like say it properly.
Honestly, same. Even though I've never dated, but I can relate in a way.
So beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that and Nema was probably the best ship. Now we get into the wacky fanon ships.
Oh,
This is where
gosh.
the debate starts.
Oh gosh.
Here's a ship I do not agree with: Gwen and Cody.
Gwen
There's been
and
there-
Cody is kind of like Cody and Sierra before Cody and Sierra existed, but not as bad.
No, there's no like creepy obsession going on there, so I don't know if I agree with that
Well, I
statement.
remember seeing a meme that was like, every single nerdy guy always wants the goths. Yeah, about that.
But like,
Yeah, that's
he really, I don't know. He wanted her bra though.
Oh god, that makes
Yeah,
him out
I-
more like a creep.
That was
guess-
kind of weird. Like he wanted her bra, and then she gave it to him in season 3.
I mean, to a certain extent, he
Or
kind
was
of got
it
what he was
season 1?
deserved.
What season did she give him his bra? I mean, did she give him her bra?
Season 1.
Season
That
It was,
was
one.
a, it was a dare.
Whoops, I said 3.
Well, one might say that Sierra was his punishment for doing creepy stuff like that.
Possibly.
I mean, believe what you
I wonder-
want, but here's a wacky ship. Actually, do you have any ships for you guys personally? You personally ship?
Oh boy.
Wait, repeat the question.
Do you have any ships like in your head canon or fanon? You personally ship?
Just ship anybody that's like in a season together
Oh yes.
that like makes sense, like Leonard and Tammy. You don't think of it, but like those two would be good for each other because they're both similar because they're on the same team and it just made
Mhm.
sense to me. And
Yeah, that
like,
does.
Oh,
and, like
we
the
forgot.
Kid Owen thing,
We
they,
forgot.
oh gosh.
We forgot Stephanie and Ryan from our.
Oh, yeah!
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
That one, oh god, I know too, but I don't know anyone else is like that, but I kind of cringed, not because it was bad or anything. It was like, oh, this shit again.
They're doing the makeup breakup junk times a million with like a lot of bad stuff.
I don't know if I've never seen it happen in real life, but
Oh,
it might be a nightmare. I've been mentioning.
my brother has been with this person like 5 times, so I've seen the makeup breakup stuff a lot with him.
Personally, I don't believe in it, but hey, you're allowed to do what you want.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I don't either. Like, yeah.
But okay, now we can get into official fanships. Here's one I made. I made 3 up.
Okay.
Discredit them if you want. I originally made Cody and Kitty. I don't know
I've
why,
heard
because I was probably bored.
I've seen a lot of people ship that. I mean, I guess I can understand it because of Cody's relation to Noah, and then Kitty obviously knowing Noah and Emma, and then somehow them meeting. But like,
Not
I
in
need to
canon
like
though.
see it happen in order for me to be like, okay, I think this could work. Hence why, you know, Kitty and Owen instead.
Another one I made up was Eve and Joe. I don't know. To me, it makes sense.
That's interesting. I
You
can
said
actually
who?
see that.
Eve and Joe, because they're
That's-
kind of similar personalities.
That's
Like they're kind of angry, they're strong, and they want to win. I think.
They
I
both want
kinda
to beat out the guys.
And Revenge of the Island, I kind of ship Brick and Joe. Not gonna lie.
I kind of shipped Joe and Lightning.
Oh God. Lightning, get your eyes checked.
Are you a dude?
Wow,
That's
Lightning, you're
so
about to trigger a lot of
embarrassing getting
people.
that's so embarrassing getting called the opposite gender by a person the whole season.
A makeup episode.
There was one I saw. It was Topher and Ella. I mean, it
I've
kind of
seen a
makes
lot.
sense.
I've seen some stuff related to that. I mean,
I ship Topher and Chris McClain.
yes!
No,
Thank you!
he's 16. He's like a kid.
Okay, but hey, he also
like
had
a
he had a thing for Lindsay at one point. It was hinted.
What?
It was like hinted he had a thing for Lindsay.
McLean?
Yeah,
Oh.
like in action or like Island in Action. I think like specifically in Action, the superhero episode.
Well, I'm creeped out.
I know he's like 40.
FBI, open up. Okay, that was a dead meme,
That's
but
when
still.
you go to shipping Steph and Chris.
Yes, yes. Yes.
I ironically ship Chris and Chef.
Yes! Got him on the ship train.
Chris and Chef are like a good ship. Like that's a good gay ship.
Here's it.
Oh,
I mean,
I
sorry.
have another gay ship. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna pull up a picture, see if I can find it.
Oh,
I
gosh.
was gonna say Duncan and Alejandro.
Duncan Alejandro.
I've
Not bad.
Like
They-
from what you see in World Tour, like it's either Duncan and Alejandro. Alejandro.
I could see the bromance.
Not the romance, but the bromance.
The bromance. Yep.
But who knows? There was a ship I remember a while ago. This is probably the most disturbing. Chef and Junior.
What the? What? Excuse me. What?
I think that was one on Bog briefly, or someone made a joke about it. And now I guess people ironically ship it. At least I would hope so.
What? No. No. What?
With Junior and Chef, hell
No.
no.
I agree.
Dwayne Jr.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was
Yeah.
one on Bog, or someone made a joke post about it, and now I guess some people
Oh
ironically
my
ship it.
gosh. No.
That's kind of weird.
Yep.
It's
Now I
crazy
get-
they haven't even had. Oh no, that's weird.
Okay.
There's-
Anne, Maria, and Vito.
I was
Hell
gonna bring
no.
that. I was gonna bring that up in season. When we were talking about season 4.
I mean,
I don't like it.
it's kind of a ship that exists, but not really because it's a personality and not actually Mike.
If it
True,
wasn't a
but, like,
personality, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't.
Here, now you guys might see here's a ship of my OCs that I personally ship, and it's basically a twist on Courtney and Duncan, but actually done correctly.
Mhm.
And I posted it in our chat.
Ooh.
Let's see.
The girl you see is Alyssa. She's basically a nerdy artist, and then the guy
Oh.
on the right is Daniel, who's like a Vin Diesel thug parody. Or at least that's how I like to
Oh.
describe him.
Sounds cool.
That's cool.
Ooh, wait, is it in this?
But let's debate. What's the best ship of the entire show? If you had to choose one ship,
Heather.
Oh gosh. Flip.
disregarding what's happened.
Heather.
I've got like so many ships.
I can argue you guys down for Heather.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to go with Nema or
Nema?
or Carrie and Devin.
I'm
Nema
gonna be generic and say dunk me or Zoe kill me if you
Ooh,
wish.
I was stuck between Zoke as well. Ooh.
But
I got
I'll
mine.
I'll jump
Heather.
on the Zoke train.
But yeah. But here's those were some ships I thought of. For
Mhm.
Okay,
any ships for you?
I've seen a lot of Duncan x Zoe.
I've seen
no.
it too.
Yeah, I mean I guess because like she was helping those two are like helping each other out in All Stars.
You know one that we forgot
What?
from
What?
All Stars? Sierra and Cameron.
Oh
No!
no.
That would never happen. A, Sierra's a total creep.
And two, she was like thinking he was somebody else, which is like the worst thing you can do in a relationship.
Oh yeah, she literally kept thinking he was Cody, and then she called him Cody on so many like times. Like she was like, yeah, she was like, "Oh, Camody, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Girl, get
Well,
some help."
I bet you she probably goes to the dark web to find Cody's pictures.
Oh gosh, we don't need to think about that dark web.
Oh, too late. I just put it in minds.
Oh gosh. Crap.
Sorry, I had to. But I think, Darren, do you have any other ships? Like your own fanon ships?
Let me think. I know I heard a lot about. Whoa, if we're doing like an LGBT ship, I heard a lot about Gwen and Courtney.
Oh yeah.
Not
That's
bad. I could kind of see it.
I've seen a lot of stuff about that as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next episode. And remember, if you have any whack ships, think about it before you talk about it, because you might start a shipping war.
I will ship war. I will go to ship war.
I will too. Talk bad about Heather, and I will literally fight you.
Kill me because I support Scave.
No, we won't kill the Scave shippers because I'm also a Scave shipper.
I mean, I am. I
So-
meant the anti-Scave shippers. Please don't kill me, and please don't sue.
So we're doing another podcast of this, right?
Yes.
What's
yeah.
gonna be the next one?
We're gonna be talking about a hypothetical third season next week.
Okay, a hypothetical new season. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
okay.
for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye bye.